The penultimate episode sees a battle between two faithfuls while the two traitors try to get each other banished. At the end of the previous episode, we saw Brooke and Colin come to the consensus to take a shot at murdering Anna. Being a bit too confident that Julia had the shield, Brooke's reaction to seeing Anna at the breakfast table was going to be interesting. At least Brooke wasn't acting when being shocked. I totally understand why they targeted Anna. She's someone to be wary of in this game, though lately her fixation on Kings as a traitor has actually been to Brooke and Colin's benefit. We had some tension between Brooke and Colin in the conclave the previous night. It's obvious the trust between them is lacking, so I thought it would be a clear Brooke versus Colin battle during the whole day, but as the episode went along, it was clear the faithfuls had other ideas. Brooke tried to lay foundations by telling Anna he thinks Colin is a traitor. With the general comings of the breakfast room, that didn't really go very far. Brooke was more obvious with his attempts at rallying votes, while Colin was more subtle in his approach. I was wondering if Colin was truly going after Brooke or if Colin was just doing what he had done throughout. Brooke just kept trying and trying, even sitting Julia and Kings down together to get them to quash their ongoing battle of going after each other at the round table. Brooke just couldn't seem to get anyone to agree to vote for Colin. Like his plan to murder Anna, getting votes for Colin ended up being a miss. Just before the round table, there was a really nice moment where we got to hear their reasons for being on the show and what they would do with the money if they won. It let them and the audience understand them a little bit more and gave them a brief moment to not think about the impending vote that was about to take place. The round table discussion felt like it was a case of rehashing old things that they just couldn't let go, especially for Julia and Kings. This ended up being another close vote, but between Julia and Kings, with Kings being voted out by just one vote. It was funny that Julia based part of her accusations of Kings on something Robbie had said about murdering, yet unknown to them, Robbie was a faithful at that time, and what everyone does actually know now is that Kings was a faithful. Despite all this, Julia voted for Anna. Even though Julia didn't vote for Kings, she looked a bit guilty and questioned the theories she had. I took a look back at the votes, and despite Julia's suspicions about Kings, she never voted for him at any point, while Kings voted for Julia on 3 occasions. With the distractions of one half of the two now gone, I wouldn't be surprised if Julia is voted out during the final episode. Another thing I won't be surprised to see is Brooke and Colin trying again to get votes against each other, and the trailer for the final episode hints at that. With no murder, it makes for an interesting final episode with 3 faithfuls and 2 traitors left.